Hello guys and welcome back to Performance Marketing channel. So today we are actually going to be starting our day with specifically talking about Google Ads and with the Google Ads eventually we are going to be doing the meta ads and all other ads as well. So we are just getting started with the very basics of it. So the one thing that we are going to be getting started is that your guides to Google Ads specifically. So I'm not going to be just reinventing the wheel or doing some very crazy presentations here. I would be just using the Google Ads material and trying to explain it to you and see that if that generates a value for you and it is easier to understand. So let's get started. So we are going to be going through with all of this, not in this video. Maybe there are going to be different cuts that you are going to be watching, but this is episode 1 of basic get started with Google and how to be successful with Google Ads. So we are going to be going in. Let's dive in here. So what does this page is specifically about? So this page is specifically about how you can be very successful with Google Ads and explaining very theoretically, but I would be jumping directly onto the some meat of this page. So just remember, whenever you are reading such type of an article or any learning source, go through all of the links. That is quite advisable. And I'm also getting a revision myself through this. So thank you. So let's go and see the introductory guide, what it is in. So I already opened up the page and I see that there is what you need to know about online marketing. Now, in this video, specifically before you get to learn how you are going to be utilizing the Google Ads, Google always teaches you about or little bit about that what is online marketing all about. And then is your website is ready, because that is you going to be advertising on Google Ads, and they are pretty much very concerned about the speed, about the user experience, and the conversion rates that you are going to be tracking in future. And then using Google Ads for online marketing comes later on to this. But what I would do here, that I'm going to be opening up this page first for you guys and see that what it does. So it's specifically going to be talk about that what is online marketing is all about. So when you look at the Google, if you are new to the Google Ads or searching relatively just started to search now on Google Ads, so there are two parts of the ads. One is talking about the organic results. Those comes down relatively down, and you can see already that there are some ads on top. So to have a live view on that, let's go here and type a query like buy shoes. That's pretty simple. So since I'm from Pakistan, let me turn the ads more globally and see that if that turns out to be a different result, that would be a really good example to share. So here we go. So here what we can see, the sponsored and another popular products. There are some places, and then comes down the organic results. So here we can see that we are seeing a lot of inventory that is showing from the sponsored search results. So for example, let me type this AI tool for ad copy. You see there, this is the sponsored ad, this is the sponsored ad, this is the sponsored ad, and then these are the organic results. Let's go back to the article. Now, let's talk about a bit of a benefits about it. I don't need to tell anybody what are the benefits of putting your money into ads. If you are watching this video, you probably have decided already that you are going to be spending money onto the ads. But just to talk about it, it's going to be helping improve your where, for example, organic is a long-term game to achieve the rankings in the SEO and everything. And just give me a reminder to start videos about that. But the thing is that sponsored ads make you achieve that pretty fast. Then it's going to be requiring a relatively smaller budgets or a minimum budgets than the conventional marketing tactic. We are talking about online advertising. And then online advertising let you target your ads to the type of customers you want specifically. So just imagine that you are putting out your ad on some journal, magazine, brochure, newspaper, or a billboard out there. But for example, look at the Google Ads, or these platforms like Google Ads also offer you audience targeting, and you can pay when your ad appears. So that comes down to the bidding strategies. So a lot of the benefits that we have talked about, let's go back and see that what was the next link was about. If we see here, so it's talking about basically the website optimization tips for online. Now, this is the very basic thing that majority of the time advertisers are missing out, and the new advertisers are missing out. So what makes a good website? What are the best practices to follow? Designing your website, writing the copy, and building customer relations. It is all very simply about that. You can create a page that can be a very fancy, running with a video, having very flashy graphics, very crisp graphics, and the motion art and everything. But does it serve the purpose? So for example, if we see in the example that how Google describes it, just make it for the purpose of what you are trying to sell online, whether it's a service, whether it's a goods, whether it's some sort of a traffic redirection for referral, whether it's a social engagement website, try to think about that. What are the options that a user might be looking for when they land on your website? So in this page, what they are talking about is that they are explaining, they are giving you the inventory with the call to action, benefits of your products, important information towards the top that you have to, video, a explainer, reviews that we call social proofing. It's simple as that. Just follow the structure, and then also looking into that where what is that you are trying to sell online. One most important thing that this article also talk about, or this information piece also talk about, is that, for example, you optimize your website for different placements. So now we are in the era of where we have the desktop screens, we have a laptop screens, then you have a tablet, then you have a mobile phone. So that should be one website that should be responsive, app or website, whatever you are trying to sell on. So that's how you are going to be doing your website. Just a consideration. Let's go to using Google Ads. So until now, we already talked about that what do you need to know about online marketing, and we are at the third link that is specifically talking about. So let's see that what this third link is talking about. So using Google Ads for marketing. Now this image here is specifically talking about that you use the Google Ads interface, your ad appears and your ad appears clicked on, so somebody lands on your shop online. It's pretty simple and straightforward. Step right up the enter the ad auction. So remember that whenever a search query is being hit, your ad enters an auction. So there is a possibility that, for example, if I type buy shoes, buy flower, or looking for AI tools or anything, there must be thousands and millions of advertisers rushing to win the auction and then trying to fight with their bidding strategies, their money, and everything to like place their ad on top. But Google algorithm chooses on a variety of factors. We are going to be talking about those later on. But to give you an idea, there is one thing that is called your bid that you are going to be setting up into the process of creating the campaign. Then quality of your landing page. Okay. And then talking about the ad ranks, then it talk about the competitiveness of the auction. So these are going to be pretty much in detail discussed in later of the videos. But today now we are talking about only that what you should be considered onto like entering into the auction and what you should be aware of at least. So until this point, we know that how the process looks like. You use the Google Ads platform, your ad enters into the auction. Then somebody clicks and lands onto your online store. Then also there's an auction that we have discussed. We discussed about bid, quality of your ads and the landing page, ad rank threshold, competitiveness of an auction, and context of person search, and expect impact from your ad assets. At the end of the day, actually, that is also written as an headline here. The cost per click bidding is always that is going to be impacting you most. That means that we are talking about the pay per click medium or pay per click marketing tactics here. So Google Ads is primarily driven by the search results. Search results appears based on certain keywords and keywords sold on the CPC based mechanism. And that's where you are going to be fighting for the you can say fighting for the position and the ranking there. Now coming towards the time investment. So obviously when you put in and set up the campaign, it's not some magic thing. It requires some learnings. Your campaigns needs to be running for some defined period of a time, and then you would be only able to collect the learnings and the system start to optimize. Later in our videos, we are going to be in detail talking about that how much time that you would be leaving your campaigns for untouched or not doing any major changes till certain time frame so that you should be able to get required results or the better results that those are going to be delivered as per the budget expectations. So far, guys, we have discussed about website optimization tips and also about using ads as a platform, what online marketing is all about. So pretty much we have covered this part of the section of the article that where we have started from. So now let's go towards our main article again. Let me close these tabs. However, there was one video. I'm keeping this video open if I have to refer it in any manner today. So let's go, guys, again, look into that introductory goal guide we have completed. Then we are going to be seeing into what about Performance Max campaign. Now, Google recently have started selling more to new advertisers. So I'm an advertiser that has been doing advertising since 2005. So I have seen all of the ups and downs and all of the changes that pretty much Google Ads have done in their platform. But recently, Google Ads is trying to sell more and more the feature of Performance Max campaign rather than anything else. We will talk about the Performance Max campaign later, but today we are just only going to be talking about that how does the Performance Max campaigns look like and what it actually unlocks. So basically, over the period of time, what Google Ads have done is actually started introducing new placements. So what it has done. So the search placement, display is a placement, YouTube is a placement, and all other search partners and the display inventory is the placement that is being considered. So Performance Max is your one-stop solution to cover all of these placements, and then you would be able to target your audiences or users without being worried to target each individual placement separately. So it's a wider coverage, delivers better result, but for that to utilize, you just need to have a better idea, or I would say that at least 2 months, roughly 2 months worth of experience on Google Ads advertising platform to try out the Performance Max campaign, because then you would be only able to understand that how the overall Google Ads system works. Then what it says, how to be successful part, create an effective search ad campaign. Let's see what this article talks about. So there is a quick start guide. Create a search campaign in Google Ads. As you create campaign, you will make decisions and about things. So let's see what does this guide tells us. So I have just clicked on just for the purpose of it. So creating a search campaign. So obviously you have to create your account. I'm not going to be detailing it out. These are the steps. Those are already being explained. Draft the campaign, set up your bidding. It explains everything to you, set up the targeting, and then also enhanced with assets. Now, let's talk about a little about that, what you should be doing. And this should be the value for all those users who are coming to this video with very specific mindset of where they have to start. So there are B2B businesses, there are B2C businesses, there are e-commerce, there are SaaS softwares, there are service providers, there are lead generators. So everyone is coming with a different motivation here onto the Google Ads to achieve their required results. But please remember, whatever you're going to be doing, please be cautious of taking some decisions pretty importantly. One thing is that your website should be ready. Second thing is that your website is connected with the Google conversion pixels, or you have the right trackability in a place so that you would be able to track and get the attributions and optimize your campaigns. If that is not being fixed or done, please don't come to this stage. First, perform that. Then don't try too many things at once with the minimum of the budget. Please remember that, for example, if you are starting a campaign with $10 per day or $5 per day or $10 per day, and you are stuffing the campaign with hundreds and thousands of keywords, it's not going to serve the purpose. You need to understand the keywords that you have chosen, and we will be doing the video for like the keyword, how to use the keyword planner effectively. So if you are selecting the keywords, please be mindful of the budget that you have at hand and what are the average CPCs those are going to be, so that you can generate enough of the traffic to learn all of this or go through all of this. Let's go back, create an effective ad that we have done, create a campaign. This article talks about that. These are all the steps. We are going to be detailing this out in the future as well. Otherwise, this video is going to be taking forever. Sorry about that. Now, track and improve. This is the thing that I already mentioned to you guys. So think about that when you are starting on Google Ads, you should be able to track, you should be able to optimize later on when everything is being collected or data is being collected. Look into this guide very quickly and we would be able to see that how that looks like. So if we see that, yes, it's talking about the conversion that I said, how much, but this article doesn't talk about that, how you can do that. For that, obviously, I see that the length of this video is being at par now, but I will leave the comment to contact me. In the description section of this video, you would find my contact details. And if you want any help in setting up the account, in setting up, finalizing the keywords, setting up the tracking or anything, you can just ping me there and I would be able to help you out with that. Looking for something more advanced, let's not go there if you haven't yet started onto the Google Ads advertising. But once you have at least 1 year of experience, 2 years of experience, yes, please go for that. Even 2 months can justify for that. So there's also a pro tip here. So remember to use the callouts, site links for improving the click-through rate of your ads for 10 to 15%. So thank you guys. This is our very first video. Just we have dissected today that what's in it when we are landing on your guide to Google Ads and what it tells you about. It's a 20 minutes video today. I'm promising that I would be doing a relatively shorter versions, but when you open up Google Ads, if you are new, just remember it's always a tree structure that expands, 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 and then you try to connect dots yourself over a period of time that where you have started. So thank you once again for watching me. Again, if you want to start the Google Ads, if you want to set up the account, tracking pixels, selecting the keywords, or need advices, I'm leaving my contact information in the description section of this video. Please hit the bell icon, subscribe to the channel so that we keep growing these type of videos for you. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.